Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I had to take the dog out to the property, and it's too noisy at the house to shoot my this and that video there, so I figured I'd try something different and take the dog for a walk around the property. I brought a list of the things I wanted to talk about, and I'll be showing you some pictures of the things I got going on back at the house, and that way I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. But I brought a leash because when I'm distracted I can't keep an eye on him, and he takes off. And one time it took me 15 minutes to find him again, and it scares me. So a little stinker. So anyway, this should be fun for both of us. So let's get started. We'll start walking around here and talking about what's going on at Rain Country Homestead. Okay, so last time I was out here, I came out and picked some salmon berries, and I did actually do a video on it. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link to it right up there in the corner, and you can see there's some more berries ripe. And darn it, I totally forgot to bring my bucket. I was going to pick some more berries while I was out here, so I might have to go back to the house and get another bucket because there's a lot more ripe berries. It really does help when you come out and when you have berries of any kind, you come out and pick them, keep them picked, and you'll just see a lot more yield on berries, whether it be blackberries, raspberries, whatever it is. Just keep up on them. But anyway, so I did make a batch of jam, and it turned out pretty good. Salmonberry rhubarb. So I'd really like to do that again and make a bigger batch, but of course I have to get enough berries to make a bigger batch. But anyway, it was pretty tasty. I really liked it mixed in with my milk kefir. That turned out pretty good. Looks like Cody wants to go this way. I'm going to let him have a little bit of free rein and kind of explore, but not be able to get too far away from me. So some other things going on. You probably will see a garden update on this before now and before you see this video, but at the time that I'm shooting this video, it is, I think, June 23rd, and the roof is being stripped off the house currently, and we're going through an elk and deer trail right here. It doesn't look like they've been through here as much lately. It's pretty dense, but you can tell that's what this is. So this is why I lose him. Anyway, there's a red salmonberry right there. They're beautiful when they're red. I don't think they're as tasty when they're red, but they are just such a beautiful color. But when you mix them together with the orange and the yellow, it's always important to check and make sure there's no bugs in them. Salmon berries are definite attractors to bugs and worms. But anyway, if you mix them together for the jam, it does turn out pretty good. Oh, this is another way down to the creek. So I haven't seen this part yet. Look at this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're past the property line right now, but it's still, nobody comes down here. It's a real steep drop off. But anyway, I'm trying to say, I didn't think this was going to be, I thought this would be a little easier than this. But Cody, that's just too steep. You're going to fall in there. Come on. Come on. Okay, so a piece of the roof, right after I shot the video on the valerian showing how big it was, and I was all excited, and I harvested a whole bunch of flowers off it that next morning. A chunk of the old underlayment of the roof where they was being pulled off, Pat went to throw it in the dump truck, which was parked on that side where the valerian was. Well, a wind came up and caught it, so instead of it going into the truck, it actually fell straight down on my valerian and just broke off about 95% of it. I was so bummed. However, I'm showing you some pictures here of it all busted up. Also showing you some pictures of the new growth coming in. So I think I might even be able to get more flowers off it again before the end of the year. And definitely more leaves. So I was able to salvage a bunch of the leaves and dehydrate them up. So the leaves and the flowers are still usable. Boy, I'm really liking this down here. You see that way over there? That's horsetail. It has medicinal properties, but I can't remember what they are, but it definitely grows wild out here. This is really kind of cool down here. Yeah, I haven't checked out this section before. So even though this may not be on our property, I can pretty much guarantee nobody uses this. Okay, come on, doggy. Now to find my way back out. No, it's not hard. Just follow the trail. As dense as it is, you can still see the trail. But it's kind of hard to shoot videos down there. So anyway, I think my valerian is going to be just fine. And I mean, it is a perennial, so it will come back. Not a big deal. I just was really bummed because I was so, oh wow, it's so beautiful and so wonderful. And then there it goes. Bam, it's gone. Oh, look at the dog. He's got salmonberry stuck to him. Salmonberry plant. So that's what the leaves look like, in case you didn't see them before. Some people thought they look like poison ivy. But they do, like I said in the salmonberry video, the thorns on them do tend to get like some kind of something on them that makes them very, when you get scratched by it and get infected. I didn't get scratched the other day, thankfully. Okay, and then another thing I got started, of course it'll be 3 weeks at least by the time you see this video, but I did get started on another batch of, or my first batch for 2019 of Floral Vinegar, and I'll put some pictures here so you can see. And I decided on this one to try yarrow flowers along with the rose petals, and I don't have, at the time I'm shooting this video, I hardly have any calendula blooming because like so many other things this year, it's way behind. But so it's in no pansies, because even though I'm doing pretty good on pansies, I decided I'm not going to use them in my vinegar anymore because I need to save them. I don't get as much pansies as I do roses and calendula, so I want to conserve my pansies for making soaps and other things, and skin cream, the infused oil for the skin cream. But yeah, so anyway, I got my first batch started, and what else did I put in there? Oh, I put some of the white, that pinkish white roses that I have, as well as the regular red roses. Well, but at the same time I did that, I strained out some more of my citrus vinegar, and I'm loving the smell of the citrus vinegar for cleaning. It's it's really great. And one other thing, I say it now and then, but I don't know how often I say it. You had a bit of an interruption there. The guy that we bought the property from just showed up because, like I said, it's right next to the airport, and so he was over there with his plane, and he thought maybe Patrick was here, so he was looking for help. Super duper nice guy, just really great guy. In fact, his daughter years ago took dance from me, years and years ago, like when I first started, like probably about 30 years ago. It was a long time ago. Anyway, there's that wood sorrel. What I was saying about the SCOBY, the vinegar SCOBY. Sometimes I get some really thick ones, and I can't remember if I showed this in a video yet, but this one I got was just massive. So I'm putting a picture of it right here so you can see what it looks like. And the chickens, if you don't know this yet, the SCOBYs, the vinegar SCOBYs, are so good for your chickens if you have chickens. I recommend giving them to them because my chickens love it. Most of my chickens, not all of them will eat it, but most of them really love the vinegar SCOBY. And oh yeah, this is not the spot I usually come to. This doesn't have the little beach. We got to go to the other one, Cody. Come on, doggy. Come on, let's go back. And so you can see by this other picture too that you can see the chickens just chewing it up. I mean, they love it. So that was just something to know. If you've got chickens and you've got more vinegar SCOBYs and you know what to do with, then feed them to your chickens. So healthy for them, and that way it's not going to waste. And because I never use my vinegar SCOBYs to start in more vinegar, I just start a fresh batch every time. I don't see any difference in doing it that way, or starting it fresh or using the SCOBY. I don't see any difference. I still get a good batch of vinegar. Here we go. My favorite little spot. So I've been dehydrating stuff like crazy, so I'm at the point now where I'm running both 2 dehydrators at a time, and I would be doing 3, but because we've had constant cloud cover and I'm running it off solar power, I just don't want to push it too much. So but as the weather warms up, we've had a couple, it's been really cold the last few days, like almost winter cold, but we did have some really hot days, so I went ahead and moved the dehydrators out to the greenhouse, which is where I dehydrate on the hot days, you know, in the summertime, because we do have solar outlets out there as well. I don't like it as much because I'm more likely to forget about it, but it's not adding more heat to the inside of the house. But right now I wouldn't mind having the heat in the house because I can't build fires and with the roof, and they've got the chimney covered up with something, and so I can't build a fire. So we've actually, for the first time in years, had to turn the electric heat on, and it's summertime, for crying out loud. It's been crazy. Oh, and another thing is that I finally pulled out the crock pot that I bought probably 6 or 7 years ago. I bought it for the purpose of using it to cook on the solar power when I wanted to do a roast or a chicken. But typically when I do that, I'm using the solar oven. But since we've had so few like really nice days to run the solar oven, I did finally pull that crock pot out, you know, and it was too warm to build a fire, and put a roast in there and was able to plug it into the solar because I had plenty of solar power. Okay, I'll let you go a little farther. He doesn't mind walking right through that water. Of course, he's really good about taking baths. He doesn't like baths, but he's really good about taking them. So anyway, the crock pot, I thought maybe I bought it brand new. And I was thinking I'd probably end up giving it away because it sat for years unused. Then I finally used it, so I'm like, nope, I'm keeping it. Okay, doggy, I don't want you going too far. Somebody up the creek must have tossed a plastic bottle in there. I hate that. So I do have my waterproof boots. I just don't want to walk across the water while I'm holding my phone. I know I'll drop it. I'm trying to do too many things, holding on to a leash, a piece of paper with my list, and my phone. That would be dangerous. Oh, and another thing. So if you saw, I'll go ahead and link to my shopping. I don't know what you guys think about that kind of stuff, but I thought I'd do a video. I'll have to do one again later so I can show more of the store, of our local store. Because I was just in there trying to get stuff done, and so I didn't need to go to all the sections in the store, but I didn't even show the pet section. I didn't show the sporting goods section. I showed some of the camping stuff they had out, some of the outdoorsy stuff, but that wasn't actually the sporting goods section of the store. That was down by where they have the ammo and the knives. And so I'll have to make sure I show that and some of the other sections if you guys are interested, if you even like that kind of thing. So you might have noticed at the end of that video, so I'm coming home and the neighbors at the far corner from us had a bunch of stuff sitting out just for free to get rid of, and they had 2 boxes of canning jars. So best deal I've got on canning jars yet. 2 boxes of free jars. So that was a pretty good deal. So you know, it's pretty great when you can find stuff like that. I really don't need any more canning jars right now, but I couldn't pass them up because I always know somebody else that might need them, even if I don't. And then another thing I recently did was started a batch. Now, if you saw my whipped cream video, which I'll link to up there in the corner, just recently started a batch of cherry extract. So my plan is, and you know, here's a picture of it, of course. I plan on making a Black Forest cake for Patrick for his birthday in August. Because the first year I made it, he loved it. He didn't think he was going to, because we're not really cakey people. Not my boys really aren't. We're more pie kind of people. But I just decided I really wanted to make a Black Forest cake. I'd never had one, and I wanted to try one. So one year I decided to make it. Well, everybody just loved it. So for a while there, I was making it for everybody's birthdays because it was like their favorite cake. It's the only cake they'd eat. And it was kind of fun to make. And there's some pictures here, but keep in mind these pictures are old because I haven't made it in years, and I didn't have a good camera back then, so they're kind of blurry. And anyway, but if I get around to doing that, I'll probably be making the recipe a little different, trying to find ways to kind of substitute some of the things I used in there. This is foxglove, for those who don't recognize it. It grows crazy around here. But if you don't know anything about foxglove, it is very toxic, but it's also where they get digitalis from. And that is used in heart medication. So go figure. It's toxic and it's used in heart medication. So anyway, there's some more right over there by that tree. It's almost like they look like they've been planted there, you know, right there up next to the tree. But yeah, so that's my plan, is with the cherry extract. So a Black Forest cake, if you've never made one, traditionally you use Kirschwasser, which is a German cherry brandy. And I thought maybe instead of doing that, I would make a batch of cherry extract using the Mother Earth products, freeze-dried cherries, and my own homemade blackberry wine, and a little bit of food-grade glycerin. So I used mostly the wine, and I smelled it today and tasted it a little bit. Oh man, it's going to be good. So I believe I believe my cherry extract is going to be a lot better. Are you trying to get the birdie? Darn it, and you're all leashed up. But anyway, I think the cherry extract is going to be really good in a replacement for Kirschwasser, which isn't always easy to find around here. Then the one more thing I wanted to talk about is Kayla's bridal shower. So again, keep in mind, I'm shooting this video on June 23rd, so you're seeing it probably late July, mid-late July, somewhere around in there. And anyway, so Kayla's bridal shower was last weekend, and I don't usually like showers, bridal showers, baby showers, anything like that. It's not really my thing, but I actually was looking forward to this, and I'm sure part of it is just the fact that, oh, we do have blackberries growing right here. Let's see, those I don't think are the Himalayas. Those look like evergreens. Evergreens aren't as tasty as Himalayas. I'll know for sure when they get bigger. Himalayas have just more nasty thorns, but you know, the more painful they are to get to, the tastier they are. So cool. Looks like we'll have some black. Oh, there's some more right there. Anyway, yeah, I really had a beautiful time. It was a nice time to just relax, and something I don't get to do very often, and really enjoy Kayla's family. Just really great people. So we're so blessed to be able to have our son marry into a family like that. And anyway, so here's a picture of me and Kayla at the bridal shower. So I thought it was a pretty nice picture. I usually hate pictures of myself, but I like that one. Boy, I sure got a lot of berries that got ripe with. Hey, I really need to get up here and pick some more so I can make some more of that salmonberry rhubarb jam. All right, well, we'll do a quick pass by of the cabin just in case some of you are new and haven't seen our property, and this might be your first look at it. Yeah, so if you're new, this is the tiny little cabin that came with the property. It's unfinished on the inside, but it does have a couple of, like right up there. I don't have a key for it right now. I didn't bring the keys with me. Does that grass feel good? You rolling around in the grass. Oh, that feels so good. Get the birdies. Where are they? Where's the rats? Where's the birdies? Where are they? Yeah, we're still haven't decided on a name yet. We appreciate all the input. What we might do is we might come up with a conglomerate, picking some of our favorite parts of names and then just put something together from that. We haven't decided yet. We may even give this place several different names. Oh, just so much fun. All right, well, the sun's coming out and I'm gonna have to squint to look at you. And I gotta head back to the house. I got some skirt making to do. I'm making a huge batch of chili to can, and gotta get some more herbs picked and get them on the dehydrator. Oh, and what else? Oh, edit videos. Yes, edit videos for YouTube. So gotta stay busy with that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this very different this and that. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.